Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jodie and I help you change your beliefs so you can change your body, your health and your life. This video I thought I would do a bit of a progress update of my fitness journey at the moment. As you might have seen, I had to fire my coach a few months ago and I have started working with a new coach who I'm having a great time with at the moment. I'm actually getting in-person sessions for a bit of a change, just to really get me out of the house at the moment, because I work from home. I am quite introverted and isolated as a person. Like, most of my friends live interstate or overseas, so I spend a lot of time alone, and getting out a bit and having that like interaction once per week is really good for me and something I look forward to at the moment. We are still aiming to build strength and build muscle at the moment. That is the goal. And recently, as of like 3 days ago, I weighed the heaviest I have ever weighed in my life, which, considering I have come from an eating disorder background and, you know, pretty much like at one stage I was literally so close to being sent to hospital. As long as my weight stayed at 40 kilograms or above, my mum was happy enough to let me figure it out myself, because I was so determined that I had it and I was gonna like just sort myself out, and I ended up doing that. Just it took a lot longer than any of us would have liked. But anyway, the point being, I have gone from like petrified of weighing 40 kilograms basically. I only did that because my mum made me, and anything over was like so scary for me. And like every interval has been scary. Like 49 to 50 kilograms, weighing 50 kilograms was scary. Weighing 60 kilograms for the first time was scary. And now I'm weighing 64 kilograms and I feel so good in my body and so strong and so empowered, and I love my body more than ever. And so I really wanted to encourage you, if you are scared of gaining weight, if you do it the right way, you really have nothing to be scared of. And how you need to look at it is you are investing in your future body, right? Because you can't always be dieting or even maintaining to an extent. Like, if you're really happy with your body, then maintenance is fine. But I would encourage most of you, especially even if you're, it doesn't really matter what age you are, but a lot of my clients are in their 20s, and if you're in your 20s, like, get as much muscle on you as you can now. I started my journey when I was pretty much 29, like I was going to the gym before that, but not doing it properly. I didn't have a coach, I didn't have a program, I was winging things, I was relying on my boyfriend at the time to kind of tell me what to do, and like, he knew what to do for himself, but he didn't know how to teach me how to lift properly or what I actually needed to do for my body. Anyway, I wish I had started much earlier, but we can't go back in time. It's just easier. The younger you are, it is easier to build muscle. So the point being, if you are young, but really any age, focus on getting as much muscle on your body as possible, and that will pay off for like the rest of your life, and it is going to increase your longevity and quality of life as you age. So if you are worried about gaining a little bit of body fat in the meantime, it's such a small amount of time to have to put up with that discomfort for the great payoff that you are going to get when you are older. And I know it's hard to go that far ahead and be like, oh, I'm fine, I won't care, like, I'll deal with that then. But you will regret not going through that bit of discomfort now for the sake of building more muscle. So that is my goal at the moment, and I've been building since June last year. End of June last year, that is when I was weighing on average 58.8 kilograms, and I was kind of like recomping at the time, which was a bit unexpected, but then my weight actually started going up from there, and now it's reached its highest at 64.1 kilograms, and it's kind of been hanging out there the past few days. And I'm gonna let it go where it needs. I'm not really concerned at the moment because I'm so focused on getting stronger and getting muscle on my body. And I know the result of my cut, which will come in the future at some point, I haven't worked it out when that will happen yet. I'm honestly going to try and enjoy this phase for as long as possible, because it is nice to be able to eat all the food and have energy and be able to really push my workouts and get stronger. I'm going to enjoy this phase for as long as possible, and then when I do come to cutting time, the results of the cut are going to be 10 times better than what they would be if I just started cutting now, because I got a bit uncomfortable last week in my body. And we all go through those phases, right? Like, yes, I love my body more than ever now, and I'm actually really happy with it, even though I weigh the highest I've ever weighed. But I was away for the weekend last week, and I am human. I was comparing myself to the girls around me who were gorgeous girls, and I was feeling down about a number of other things in my life, like not feeling good enough in some of the other, like one of the masterminds I was in, comparing myself to people in that. And then it was just that comparison trap. And as a result, I was feeling down about my body. But when I'm back in my environment and just doing my thing and focused on myself, I actually feel really good. Now, in terms of my progress pictures, I'm going to put those up on the screen for you, just so you can see, like, obviously I have gained some body fat and I have gained some muscle as well, but I don't think I look fat in either of the photos. So if you are scared of gaining body fat through a bulk, if you do things right, if you are pushing up the intensity of your workouts, if you are increasing calories slowly, if you're in a small surplus and not a huge surplus, then you shouldn't gain too much extra body fat. And I know so many of you hold yourself back from really going at it with the bulk because you are scared of that excess body fat that you'll gain, or you'll go through a time like I did over the weekend where I was feeling down about myself and really had to coach myself out of that and just stick to the plan and keep going. And I have had conversations with my own coach about, you know, oh, I'm starting to feel a bit bigger now and I really just need to keep going, don't I? Like, just getting that confirmation from someone else can be very helpful as well, and it definitely helped me out. You all have so much potential to get the body of your dreams, but you do need to build muscle. You will need to go through building stages eventually, even if you start off with recomposition, so losing body fat, building muscle at the same time. You'll probably get to a point in that journey where it's like, okay, I really don't have as much muscle as I thought I did, and I really want more, and I have to keep going through this journey anyway, because once you start, you really can't stop. Like, you're gonna have to keep weight training in some capacity. So for me, I find it a lot more fun to see my body changing and keep improving it rather than just staying the same. So you're probably going to have to go through a building phase in order to actually get to your desired body. And I know myself, like, I have this vision in my head of what I could look like and what I want to get to. And so that keeps pulling me to keep going as well. Now, in terms of my measurements, I actually haven't been taking my measurements. I'm not too fast because I know the process, and I'm monitoring my body weight and making sure that's not going up too fast, and I'm happy with how it's progressing at the moment. I'm happy with like how my strength is progressing, my body. So that's the kind of data I'm taking and just how I'm feeling overall. I don't really care about the numbers in terms of my measurements, because if anything, they're going to freak me out when I see them going up. So I prefer just not to take them. If you want to take them though and you're going through a bulk, like, do that, that's fine. It's probably the right thing to have the data, but I just can't be bothered really. Like, I will take them at the end of my bulk to monitor my cut progress whenever that comes. I'm thinking maybe it will be from July to Christmas will be my cut, but we'll see. It could change. I'm like, it depends where my body is at that time. Even my progress photos, I haven't been taking those very consistently because I just, like, that's not what I'm worried about right now. What I'm really worried about is pushing my workouts, getting stronger, improving in some way week by week, making sure I am using that intensity, and just enjoying the food while I can. So anyway, I hope this gives you some inspiration if you are struggling with the thought of going through a build or gaining weight. It's going to be so worth it if you push through that discomfort. And you just have to train yourself to focus on the right things throughout that process. Don't rush it. Like, I literally probably will end up building for 12 months. Maybe we'll push it out to 18 months. We'll see how we go, as I said, but it's not like a 8-week thing, right? I'm not building just for a few weeks or a few months even. It's been literally over 6 months now, and I'll definitely push it out to a year. These processes take time, and while you're in the process and you're used to eating the food and you're used to training hard and you're used to doing all the things, you may as well keep going with it rather than going from a build and then as soon as you feel uncomfortable going into a cut just to like shred up a little bit. I might be going overseas as well in May, and I am not going to go through a mini cut just beforehand to shred up a bit so I look good for the photos on the trip. No, I'm going to keep going with the process, keep pushing the build even through the trip, and I'll take photos in the body I'm in now and just be happy and enjoy the food. And you don't always have to be shredded. You don't always have to be going into mini cuts to just lose some body fat. If you keep that cycle going of cutting as soon as you feel uncomfortable or cutting as soon as like an event is coming up, you are going to be delaying your progress long term in terms of getting to your desired body. That is all for this video. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or send me an email. If you liked it, please like it. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. And if that's the case, I will see you in the next video.